It's my favorite time of the year. It might be springtime, but it's more replay analysis time. This one of MistaEast. And the reason why I love it is look at that in the bottom left corner, right over there somewhere. I'm hopefully pointing okay at it. It's probably out of camera. But we're doing a Rumble. He's got some spikes there. A little spoiler going into this. But you guys replay analyze by going to patreon.com. So it's Gibbs000. Looks like he's a little AFK at the start here. But he says it's Champ1/Champ2 Rumble replay. So we'll check it out. You can go to Patreon, though, to check out a bunch of other stuff. Replay, coaching tiers. You can, like, I'll add you to my friends list. I'll add you on Twitter. All that stuff. Go check it out on Patreon. Well, let's get into this replay. He's got spikes. He's waiting to use them. Let's see how he uses them in the first effectiveness. It doesn't matter how he uses his spikes. Look at that shot. Who was that? Drop chop. That's how you use your power hitter, man. Woo! What a shot indeed. Kind of waiting this play out. Probably shouldn't have been here. Like, once he sees his teammate hit this, you probably bail out at this point. Like, right here, you can kind of follow it, but at this point, it's going to be blue ball. He was hoping maybe he could get up to the first 50-50 challenge. And if you do get a 50-50 and you have spikes, you will win every 50-50 if you put your spikes on for the 50-50. Because you get about half second of vulnerability time when you have spikes on when it first attaches to the ball. But then you're very likely going to have the ball like under your wheels or something, so you can't really do a lot with it. But you'll at least win the 50-50. So right here, probably should have bailed out, but doesn't. But they don't really get a quality touch, and then drop sure does. Gets a goal to start it off. Moving to the next kickoff, see how this one goes. Kickoff to the side. It's not terrible for his teammates. It might be a little bit of a hard play because you're only at Champ 1. Normally, I would say like Champ 1, Champ 2 Rumbles are probably more like Diamond-ish players, from what I've seen from higher end Rumble, like Grand Champ Rumble, but it's hard to tell. Alright. He wins the 50-50 though, gets a magnet. Now, here's the tough part. He honestly probably could use the magnet here. He's got to be careful because one thing to do with the magnet is you want to stay kind of slow near the ball to make sure the ball is actually looped in on your magnet really well. So say he softly hits this, then I would say go ahead and use your magnet. But he hits it a little bit too hard. He probably should have tried for like more of a dribble style hit. So he can't really use his magnet yet. He uses it there. Probably not the best, but it works out anyway because this turns into a pass to his teammate that he just scores either way. The one nice thing about this magnet is he actually does pull it away from their spiker at the very last second, right there. So the magnet at least throws off the blue team. So it does turn into a goal because he uses magnet. Probably could have used it a bit earlier though, but I want to actually see what it looked like from the whatever star did you say. So let's see if he would have had it if this magnet didn't come out. Yeah, he probably would have. He just barely misses that ball, that magnet. Just throwing them off just enough, and then he hooks it in anyway with that extra little touch. So well done there, MistaEast. Thought he was going to go for a dribble play. He doesn't need any of that. He just wants to trick the blue side. Next play, double kickoff. Usually not the greatest thing to happen in the world, but whatever. It happens. You're not communicating. No one knows who's going for kickoff. Use quick chat, ladies and gentlemen. Should be a pretty easy save. We got power hitter just a second too late. Or maybe something could have been done there. He's got no boost here. He's going to play it safe, go back. It's probably the smart play. In Rumble, you generally always want someone back. You should be rotating back a lot because you never know when the ball's just going to randomly start going towards your net because of all the power. So it's always good to play a little bit safer than anything. Here, you honestly probably could have half-flipped to this ball and made a play, if he knows how to play a flip at least, just to, you know, make a solid attempt at this play. Instead, he kind of just bails out of it. He doesn't back up even to it, which probably could have. But we'll see what he does here. He turns the power hitter a little bit late. Wouldn't have mattered. Didn't get a touch on the ball anyway. Ooh, and then the plunger comes in. So that's where, like, the half flip would have come in handy. That's just a really good plunger. Not much you can do about that. And there's a goal. But that's why you want to get it out of your area as quickly as possible because power-ups will go in. That's why you want to keep the ball away from your net. Should have probably half-flipped and made the play, but didn't happen. Oh, this is dangerous. He got the freeze off at least. Oh my god, what a save. Wow, wow, wow. And another freeze comes out. Very, very scary here. Couldn't really get a ton of power behind it. He tried, but just didn't get a ton. It happens, but woof. Probably should have been a goal, but good freeze at least last second. I like the reverse camera boot. This is nice. So you got to remember, when you have something that disrupts the enemy, it's all about where your camera is. So he throws on his reverse cam to use it. It actually makes it a really really effective play because that was the next guy to touch it. It opens up space for his spiker, who now will get this ball for free. So well done there to use the camera tricks to make it work. So he's got the spikes. Let's see if he can do anything with it. He had to waste a lot of time because of that plunger. But one thing that you want to do with spikes is if you don't have a lot of time and you know it, but you have space, watch your bottom right corner. It tells you when the spikes will run out, and try and flip right as it's about to happen. So you kind of flick the ball forward. It's hard to time, but it's always useful when you know that you can't really do anything else with the spikes, or if you have no boost or whatever. Could be a goal. Doesn't happen. He's got a grapple, though. He can be a little bit aggressive with this. Right here should use it. There it is. Choose it maybe even a little bit too late, honestly. Like, one thing you should do with the grapple is be a little bit more, maybe, like, adventurous with your challenges and, like, attack sooner or get closer to the ball sooner, because you always have that fail-safe of just grapple on it. So right here, probably should have used it right there, like, super early on, because you go faster when you grapple rather than boosting. But he used it a little bit late, so it just turned into, like, a normal 50-50. So probably could have won that outright over two of them as well. Nice read there on the magnet. Solid save. Another spiker here. Let's see what they do. Another freeze comes out. Or maybe the first freeze. I'm not really sure about that first one. But now he's got to wait to use his haymaker. Smart to just wait on this. He doesn't have a lot of boost, but he knows he doesn't need a lot of boost if he has the haymaker. So I like the idea of him just kind of floating around. Never use the haymaker like this, though. When the ball is coming back towards you, plus if you're driving away from it, you're going to get absolutely no power on the hit, because the haymaker, the power is all based on your momentum and the ball's momentum. And if both are going the opposite way, then it's not going to go anywhere. It does at least make one person miss, but the haymaker is one of the most versatile power-ups in the game. Probably the best defensive power-up, and one of the best offensive power-ups. It's really, really strong. So to waste it like that is not generally the best. But it's all about your car's momentum and the ball's momentum. So if you want to hit it hard, you want the ball to be going away from you, and also you driving towards it. But didn't happen there. Oh, he almost got that with that disruptor to disrupt just a little bit more. But good disruptor though. Like, you basically just want to use it right away as long as nothing's too threatening. He tries to use it on the last defender and it almost pays off, but doesn't. Close one. He keeps that ball on the other side of the field, though, and that spiker, he did get attached to it, but he had such a little spike left, and he was all confused. It was no threat. Nice little chip. Let's see what he can do. His teammate was a little bit in the way there. Caused him to do that. Nice disruptor there. Just use it immediately. Just get rid of it. It's the worst. Unfortunately, this ball goes in, so what can you do? A little bit of a pinch play there from their team, so it happens. All right, moving on. Good tip out. He's got to be a little bit careful. So I like the idea of not going for the boost there, just because everyone else is kind of crowded in that corner. This is going to be dangerous. He should be able to hit this pretty hard, though. Nice. Well done. Good save. Can he get up to it? Ooh, so there, whenever you have power hitter, the most important thing is get above the ball, because you know that if you don't, you're just going to skyrocket everything. So he tried to there, just couldn't read it in time. It was a really good pass, though. Like, maybe if he fast air is a little bit quicker, he might be able to get to it, but it happens. It was a tough read. Okay, just use that boost to get back. With the magnet pull, that's so dangerous. Yeah. It's not how you want to use magnet. Just let your teammate make the save there. But he probably didn't know his teammate was there. So, unfortunate. Good dribble. Well done. You got it by one. Can't really get to the ball now, so just got to grab some boost and get out. He's got a magnet. See what he does with it. Could use it right now. Right there is what he should use it. He does. So I like the idea of him. He didn't use it right away on his first time when he had the ball, because probably there was a little bit too much going on. But here, not a bad idea. But as soon as you use it, and if the ball is going with you already, just start flying. Immediately when you have magnet, fly away. Just fly, fly, fly now. I don't know if it would have mattered too much, because blue is there for the challenge right away. So a good play by him. But you want to try and fly immediately when you get magnet. It's like the opposite of spikes, where spikes, when you attach, you want to stay grounded as long as you can. Magnet, you want to get in the air as soon as possible, because you want that ball to just orbit around you. Got a plunger, see what he can do with it. Can he get it in? Nice. What shot. Well done. Worked out that he got that plunger at, basically out of nowhere, but I actually like that he turned away a little bit too to make sure it goes into that back corner. So well done there. The Batarang plunger. So this one might be a little bit of a shorter replay, but I do enjoy Rumble replays, guys, so if anyone ever wants to do one, feel free. He's got a boot. Honestly, you should probably use it at this point. Like, boots are good. They are very, very situational, but they can work really well. But for the most part, I would just get rid of it. It's not usually worth it to hold on to. So I probably would have been looking around there just to find someone to boot. His teammate gets the plunger. Oh, doesn't get the read. So close. So close. He might be saving it for a spiker or some sort. There, it looks like he was trying for that middle guy, but I think the target just didn't give him the right guy. He looked like he snapped his camera really quick, but he didn't get the boot that he actually wanted. But it's a good idea to try and stop an offensive opportunity. And again, boot is good. It's just he might have had more time to get another power-up cycle here and get something that could have scored the goal to win it. Like a haymaker. Woo, he just got that haymaker in time. Well done here. Just mash whatever you got. I'm not sure if that was in anyway, but well done. Just make sure that stays out. Had some fortunate power-ups, for sure, at the right time, too. Good 50-50 down. No one's there, though. Alright, see what we can do with the freeze. So it was a good idea to not freeze any of those plays, because it could have been an offensive opportunity for his team. That's a good freeze, though. Just keep it from a scoring chance there. And also now he gets to get rid of it to try and get something cooler. Like, freezes are similar to boots, but even better. They're probably one of the best power-ups in the game, but they're just kind of boring to use. And they are extremely situational, but they can be used in so many situations that it's kind of like. Got the plunger. Maybe he could have tried for like a self-pass here on this plunger. Or could have like attacked the corner with it. Because this ball was not going to be fast enough. But I like the idea. He kind of had to get rid of it. Versus the magnet, you just don't want that scoring chance. Just couldn't use the plunger himself for a scoring chance, which is fine. Sometimes it's just the way it is. Teammate made a good play here. He's going for demos. I like it. What a bump. What a bump. Right here, he should just drive behind this ball and get rid of the grapple if he needs to. Wait for the bounce off the wall, then hit it. Beautiful. Well done. Just want to use that speed of the ball to help you out there a bit. Surprising. That could have been sketch. Tornado. I would just use it, honestly. I'm surprised he didn't use it on the hit, because if you hit it with the tornado, then the ball gets a lot of height, and it turns into almost like a flick. But he used it a little bit late, so the ball stayed low. Now, it's basically just wasting tornado time. He could try to just disrupt blue, but it's really preference if you want to bother with it or not. Good grapple. Some swaps coming out. Could be a shot opportunity. I'm surprised he waited that long to go for it, but it worked out. Solid 50-50. He swapped pretty early here just to make sure, like, if we had like some other shooter, that the goalie's out of the play. But there was no other shooter, so it didn't really matter. Usually, like, I like to at least like drive to the ceiling or something to swap, but it made sense there just to get rid of it relatively quickly. Now, he's the third man back here, so this is the only time you don't want to swap is when you're the third man back. You kind of want to wait till someone else rotates in. Right there, he goes for it anyway. Luckily, that guy had a grapple. These are next level plays here. Yeah, he swapped before he knew there was a grapple. That's an extremely risky play because basically it leaves your net completely open. So that's why you normally don't want to swap when there's no one left because he still could have been lined up for a shot there and you would have just owned goal. So you got to be very careful about that third man swap. Luckily, they had a grapple, which helped even more, and it looked like you were just amazing at this game. But that was definitely not planned, I don't think. Oh, he pulled it away from him. Beautiful play here. As soon as he sees he's got a plunger, he immediately attacks the ball. He tries to get as close as possible and then pull it immediately. Beautiful. Syracuse, a little bit of a miss, but I don't think it would have mattered. Another well-timed power-up for MistaEast. And that'll do it for this replay. He used his power-ups relatively effectively, but I hope you guys enjoyed a little bit of something different on this replay analysis. And thank you again, MistaEast. I love doing different style, breaking stuff over here, different style replays. So we'll see you next time, hopefully for some more Rumble replays. Thanks.